Hi Cancer, this is your collective tarot reading for the month of May. I'm Heather Dawn. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get right to it, but we have entered into a new Venus cycle where Venus is in the morning star, all the aspects of divine light, love, and light, moving forward into all realms of relationships and finances. When and this will be a steady progression for the next 8 years as we redefine how we show up in those realms of divine white light and love, compared to the last 8 years where we are really alchemizing in the shadow realms around all of those things. What a fun time. But yeah, we are here. We are in it. And for May, let's see what we get for you. Sweet Cancer, Queen of Swords. Standing in your power. Standing in your power. Be careful not to be aggressive about it with others. The Queen of Swords is a very decisive energy in the feminine. She is the protector. She is the protector of her own soul. She is the protector of those that she loves. She has been wronged. So, she is holding the sword as a form of protection, as a form of thou shalt not pass. Thou shalt not pass. She only allows those to enter into her kingdom who she deems as worthy. So I love this rendition of her in this deck because we have the butterfly flying overhead, this is new for you. You are in the new realms of Venus. You are in the new realms of flying free. Yes, boundaries are important. Just be gentle. The Queen of Swords can sometimes be a little aggressive. But you know what? Let's see, because I kind of, I love the Queen of Swords, but it's always interesting to see what comes out with her. The Chariot and the Lovers. Wow. Yeah. This just feels like I'm taking no prisoners. I mean, I love this because this is you using that sword of truth, that aggressive, like purposeful energy to truly only accept the love and the presence of others that you deserve. This is new for you. With the Lovers card here and the Chariot, like full steam ahead, we are determined to do the right thing. We are determined to have our boundaries up because you know your worth. You know your worth. And I love the Queen of Swords for you because this is resilience. And this is, Cancer can be, it's the sign of the crab, so that is a very protective energy, but oh my God, you have such a gooey center, right? You love. You want to just shower love upon the people that you adore. You want that in return, right? So I think that has gotten you into some dicey situations and you have been hurt. More than that, it's, this is a new era of you protecting your preciousness, your worth, having such clarity in what you know that you are calling in. It's kind of like, I am soft, I am gooey in the middle, but you have to show me that you deserve that part of me before I give it to you. Yeah, you have to show me. The Lovers is, you want an equal love, a passionate love. I mean, the Lovers card is often a choice. That's really what it represents. It's a choice between, it's the Garden of Eden, it's Adam and Eve. It's this choice between everything is perfectly taken care of in the Garden of Eden. We have all the food, we have everything we need. It's like, it's the same old. It's beautiful, it's nice, it's fun, but it's like, it's boring. Like, it's just, there's no passion. There's no risk. There's no excitement. You know, it feels like you're choosing between you're moving on. You've made the choice. You're moving on from a life of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just automatic response, just kind of just going with the, like, you're doing the repetitive things. You're just kind of automatic living. Cyclical, over and over again. This is how I do it. This is how we do it. Yeah, just this over and over again cycle of patterns. And you're just like, no, this is not what I want. I'm not passionate about this. I want more risk in my life around love. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean you are choosing to have the belief that you can truly find a divine partner that matches you, matches your passion, matches your zest for living. You have not, this is new for you. This belief is new for you. This choice is new for you. It's kind of like with the Queen of Swords, I just get this message of like, thou shalt not pass. If you aren't meeting me straight eye to eye, face to face, that is what I want. And it's not, it's kind of like the Lovers is the major arcana version of the Two of Cups, right? But it's so much bigger because this is the new era of divine love and light for you. So it's like, it's go time. With the Chariot, it's go big or go home. Like, and I don't mean that to sound like you're putting an ultimatum on someone or you're putting pressure. No, it's just about you recognizing that this is what I want. And it may come off as really aggressive and big and too much for someone else, but that's not about me. That's about them. And this is what I want and what I require, and I'm not going to settle for less. Now that is new for you, because in the past this is where you've been. Self-pity, all dressed up with nowhere to go, always knowing deep down inside what your worth is, but you know, seeking validation from others to achieve that, allowing the pain, childhood wounds, because this is the sword, she's surrounded by the swords, allowing all those things to hold you back, whether or not you are aware of it or not. But you are now the Queen of Swords. You have very clear awareness, and it's cutting, it's sharp, it's crisp, it's clear as day. You see it. You see why you've allowed certain people into your life. You see what your part in it was. You see how people have hurt you. You see that you allowed them, but you see also like their actions, like you see it all, and you're like, no more. Thou shalt not pass. I refuse to accept any type of relationship in this new era that will harm me in the ways that I've allowed in the past. I mean, we're all human. Things are going to happen, right? But this is strong protection around your heart, because you know your worth now. You know it, and it's go time. You have the card of communication here. Now, I'm going to put this card under the Queen of Swords, because just because you're showing up as the Queen of Swords, which is this like strong, aggressive, like, it's like, I want to use the word aggressive because she is looking whoever she's talking to directly in the eye. You're looking at yourself directly in the eye too. You're like, yes, I see you. I see your worth. It's kind of like, it's like you talking to that past version of yourself in the mirror that, you know, let's face it, like did not make great decisions, or allowed toxic people in our lives, or reacted, or just like the whole history of relationships, right? It's you looking into your eyes. And sometimes there's a need to be very, I I think the process, like through the process, there's this need in the healing process to, embody the Queen of Cups, who is like, oh, dear, sweet you, I love you, I see you, I'm holding you. And then there's like the Queen of Pentacles who, provides structure for your life in this process of like, okay, you've been through a lot of pain, you're healing, so get your butt to yoga, show up at work focused, find work that you love, take care of your money. Then there's the Queen of Wands. It's like, all right, looking at you in the eye, I see your passions. How can we make your passions happen? How can you get physical in your body? How can you communicate? But the Queen of Swords is like, this is you looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, it's like that best friend who just tells it to you straight. They're not gonna like they're not gonna like be really kind about it. They're not trying to, not hurt your feelings. They're not trying to inspire you through the wands. They're not, it's the Queen of Swords here. This is you talking to yourself of like, look, we are not taking the bullshit anymore. You do not deserve that. And by bullshit, I mean how you talk to yourself, what you've allowed, in your life. For whatever reason, we're done. This is your best friend's Queen of Swords energy talking to yourself. Like, we're done. We're drawing the line. Thou shalt not pass. If they're not showing up the way that you need them, we're done. We're done. It's kind of harsh, but you know what? Like, this is the self-talk you have to give to yourself. Sometimes you give a lot of people grace. Way too much grace. And some people still deserve that grace. I'm not telling you to be unkind to anyone who doesn't, show up and still try with you. No. But the people or the situations that have hurt you and aren't trying and aren't showing up, we are done. We are done. And it's time to move on with the Chariot. It's time to move on. What are we moving on to? Judgment. Yeah, this is Judgment Day. Like, thou shalt not pass. If you have hurt me and you are continuing to hurt me and you're not showing up and you're not trying, we're done. This might really surprise a lot of people, and that's okay. This actually may surprise you, how you're showing up. Like, this is resilience, and this is firm. You're not taking the bullshit anymore. No. You have emerged from your cocoon as the butterfly. You have. Self-talk is so important. Three of wands with that 8 of wands energy. Self-talk. I tell so many people this in my life. I talk out loud all the time, in my car, in my house, when no one's around. The spoken word is a spell. It can either cast dark shadows and wounding onto your life, or it can bring healing to your life. It's a great way to process and get things out of your body, to talk things out. It's also a magical way to transform your reality. What you are saying to yourself in your head is really important, but I'm going to go a step further and say, talk out loud to yourself, sing your prayers. It is such a way to neutralize the darkness and bring it into the light. That is the Venus cycle that we are in. speak your prayers, your positivity prayers into existence. Talk to yourself like that stern Queen of Swords. Like, we are here now. You have allowed so much toxicity into your life in the past. You have evaluated the cycles of your past relationships with human beings and with money, and we are done. You have learned. You have learned. Venus is direct. We are in the morning light. We are not going to engage in critical self-talk anymore. We are not going to speak out loud anymore. Poverty mindset, whether that has to do with love or money. No, we are only speaking divine white light truth. So things like, I deserve love. I deserve the most passionate divine love that the universe has in store for me. I deserve this. I get to choose this. I get to speak this, and I get to live this. I live in the divine white light of love. That is my existence. I create beautiful moments for myself. I create such beauty in the world by being me, by having boundaries, by not letting the darkness, whatever form that comes, have access to me. I choose to speak in the light. I choose to accelerate the light by my actions, by my words. I am so diligent and intentional about how I speak, what I do with my body, who I let have access to my body. The wands are all about physicality. The swords are about boundaries. The wands are about communication and movement, and the swords are about boundaries. Speaking your truth. Speaking your truth. Judgment day for all. But it's like, no, this is going to get you some amazing results. It's going to, it's important. Justice. It's going to bring justice, which is a beautiful, it's a beautiful rebalancing of what you deserve. It's time to allow the light to come into your life. We've all been in the shadow realms of darkness. We've been working through so much. And let's be honest, the last 8 years in the shadow realms of Venus, relationships, money, yada, yada, in those realms, at least I know for me, chime in if you desire, but for me, those lessons have been really hard, really dark, really painful. And now, you've learned a lot. Let's be very intentional about taking all of that work, all of that healing in this moment of this huge shift that so many people are feeling. We are all experiencing this. We are all getting this judgment day moment of like, oh, that was crazy. Let's do it different. Absolutely different. I'm different. Let's create a different world. Let's call it like it is. Let's identify the bullshit. We're not going to be nice to it anymore. We don't have to be nice to the bullshit. We can be the Queen of Swords with the bullshit. No, thou shalt not pass. And we get a karmic payment that is beautiful and worthy of the divine light. The Justice card, in the word karma in general, a lot of people do not like that. We got the Ace of Swords on the bottom. They think that, oh God, that's so karma. Oh, it's like you get what you deserve and that's a bad thing. No, honey, you get what you deserve and it's a good thing. And it comes because you have your sword of truth, the Ace of Swords. Like I have so much, I have so much clarity now. No, we are walking away from the stuff of the past and we are having different results now. We are moving to victory, 6 of Wands. We're moving into a totally different, you are moving into a totally different experience now. Set the boundaries, speak your truth, only allow love and light to, it's important to process your emotions. You got to find ways to get out the toxicity and the negativity and things that inevitably happen in the human experience by speaking, but you know, get them out and then only speak after that. These spells of prosperity, calling in what you truly desire, calling it in. Your shadow card, this is the deep, deep work. 4 of Wands. Oh, this is believing in the magic, believing in the synchronicities, paying attention to how things are lining up. So many wands here for you. The most interesting thing that I saw shift in my life was when I started literally speaking out loud, all like positive affirmations, speaking to myself in loving ways, getting very real with myself through the spoken word. That changed everything for me. It's kind of like, you know, the past 8 years or just shadow work in general, you are coming up against very internalized programming that, you know, the seed of all that stuff was childhood wounds, triggers, you know, mind's abandonment issues, but it's and just feelings of unworthiness and seeking worth through relationship. And it's like, no, you have crossed a threshold, and this is like doing the work now in the external. We're always doing the internal realms, right? But this is bringing it out into the external. And not in a way of like complaining and you know, therapy is great. Talk therapy is great to a point, because you do need to get things out and you do need to alchemize and process with another person. But if you're talking about the same thing over and over again, you're just perpetuating it. So it gets to a point, I would hope now, that you start changing your external language to, I'm only talking about what I want. There's a place to talk about things, and then there, you know, you immediately shift into, okay, it's out. What is there now? Okay, your power of speech and movement is it's your key. It's your key to success. And then the shadow work here with the 4 of Wands, that's believing in what you're seeing. It's having the magical lineup happen, because you are the Queen of Swords. You're like, no, unless you are showing up and trying, I do not accept toxicity in my life anymore. I have changed, therefore everything has to change moving forward. All right, I love you, Cancer. I love you. If you ever want a personal reading with me, I do in-person readings in Nashville, but I also do virtual readings for anyone, anywhere, and you can book with me in the link below. But also, yeah, have a beautiful May. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. Let me know how this applies to your life. I'd love to hear it. Okay. Bye. Bye.